Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karan Ashwath from Presidency College, and I'm here to speak for today's topic. My number is 107. For today's topic, Indian response to frequent terrorist incursions, diplomatic. So I'm for the motion. While researching for this topic, I came across a devastating statistic that said that since the year 2005, around 707 Indian lives have been claimed to terrorism and 3,200 people have been injured. We're not talking, and this just does not limit to Jammu and Kashmir, which has always been a hotbed of political violence. We're talking about the attacks in Pathankot. We're talking about the two major attacks that Mumbai suffered. We're talking about the attacks in Hyderabad, which as a child, I got to see. Now, when we look, and that added to the fact that this is an open secret that the Pakistan government is literally pumping money into terrorist organizations which are killing our soldiers and killing our citizens is infuriating, and I understand that emotion. And military options almost seems like an inevitability, because especially when you're not the oppressor, especially since we have become a country, we have not broken one sovereign law, we've never been the oppressors. Having said that, I want to urge people of the nation to wholly give in to the idea of diplomatic solutions. And the reasons that I want that to happen are four. Number one, terrorism is stateless. Number two, terrorism is a global problem. Number three, military options have rarely ever led to good solutions when it comes to the problem of terrorism. And fourthly, especially when we're talking about Pakistan, which is a very, very politically volatile country right now, it is unwise to go to war with them. And let me break down each and one of these points. First of all, terrorism is stateless. We need to understand that the same group of people who've been perpetrating attacks on our country are the same people who killed 160 children back in 2015. So these people, they're not patriots, they're not political activists. These are monsters who've given into this ultra-violent ideology, and they're willing to do anything for it. B, terrorism is a global problem. This is a global phenomenon at this point. We've had terrorist attacks in Belgium, we've had terrorist attacks all across Europe, in Germany. And so to go to war against a country or to take military actions against a country is not going to solve the issue, because it's much larger than that. Thirdly, military options have rarely ever led to good solutions. The prime example of this is the Iraq war that the US started after 9/11. They went to war with Iraq and Afghanistan. What was the outcome of that? It was terrible. It can be argued that we would not have ISIS, we would not have the explosion of extremist terrorism in Middle East had the US not invaded. Now that ties into my fourth point. We need to understand that Pakistan at the moment is a very, very politically volatile country. They are not as politically stable as we are. They've never been, and especially in this day and age, they come across as horribly outdated. So to go and start a war with a country which does not know what it's doing would lead to worse results. So what I mean by diplomatic solutions, I just want to end by saying that when I'm talking about diplomatic solutions, I'm not talking about sitting across a table and pretending to be in peace when we're not. I'm talking about political isolation, economic isolation, cultural isolation. We need to put our enemies in a position through our international influence that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has amassed over the years, and put them in a position where we say, either you deal with this disgusting phenomenon that is going on in a country, or you can't play with the rest of us. I think that would be a much more intelligent way of dealing with things. Thank you.